was definitely a player who could decide games on his own, with one situation. On the other side, and it's also fact, and it's sometimes for me, especially today, after such an emotional game or such a defeat, a disappointing defeat, it's good to look at the facts. And I always, with my staff, I get the stats, and I think we have the highest XG in the whole Premier League. Crystal Palace, after selling Mikel Arteta and Eberechi Eze and bringing in Jeremy Pino and Ismail Assar. And this is credit to the players. This is credit to the team, not to the individuals, to the whole team. Because as Crystal Palace, having the highest XG in the whole Premier League in front of City, Arsenal, Liverpool, all these teams, just shows how much effort this team shows every single game. And so, yes, of course, everybody who likes Crystal Palace would like to have Michael and Ebb still in the squad, but on the other side, it shows that we also can create enough chances to score goals. But now again, and this is also what we have just to learn and to improve, and giving the players time to be that efficient. And so they get this time. They will. But on the other side, yes, we lost a fantastic player, with even more a fantastic person, and looking forward to meet him, but no friendship during the game.
I guess a big game for Eberechi Eze in particular, his first game against his former club. What are his emotions like? What have you noticed in the?
It's a big game for us, because last season here we dropped some points, and it's the fourth game in a row that we're gonna play against opponents that we drop points, and this season we've been able to beat them. So he focuses on that. We know that for Ebbs it's going to be a very special match with the history and what he did for Palace, but the focus is on the team.
Just on those 4 games, because you preempted my next question, but does that form part of your messaging to the team? Look, we didn't win against these 4 teams last season. You've done it with the previous 3. Now the chance to do it with the 4th.
Well, if we want a very different outcome, we better do very different things that we did last year, especially against these fixtures. So we know what Palace are doing, what Oliver is done for the football club, and the way they are getting results. So it's going to be a really tough match, but we're going to play again in front of our crowd, and we are confident if we hit our level, we have a big chance to win it.
Can I ask you about what it's like playing against a former club, as Eberechi is going to do this weekend? You, of course, played against Everton when you moved to Arsenal. What challenges does that create for a player when they're playing teammates, former teammates, and former friends, of course, so soon after they've moved?
There is something else in your tummy. Obviously, there is history, there are a lot of emotion, there are very close relationships. You might think once you stepped in there and you go with that mindset, sometimes you have even more will to win. Because as well, obviously, you made that decision here to be successful and to achieve something else in your career. And I'm sure Epps is going to be ready for that.
All eyes will be on Eze this Sunday as he faces his former club Crystal Palace for the first time since his £67.5 million summer move to Arsenal. Eze, who scored 40 goals in 169 appearances for Palace, returns to Selhurst Park, but this time in Arsenal red. Ahead of the game, Mikel Arteta acknowledged it will be a special moment for his midfielder, but stressed that the focus remains on the team. Eze has been in superb form since joining Arsenal, adding creativity and flair to an already dynamic midfield. Sunday's London derby promises emotion, intensity, and a homecoming for Eze, one that could define his early Arsenal career.